April 9th, 1834. The Second Lyon Silk Workers' Uprising. The Second Lyon Silk Workers' Uprising in 1834 emerged from a confluence of factors that fueled discontent among French silk workers. The practice of Lohndumping, importing cheaper silk from China, had led to a decline in wages for the workers. Simultaneously, recent laws enabling harsh punishment for strikers exacerbated tensions. The revolutionary spirit of the French Revolution further influenced the workers, driving their demand for a republican government. Protests against wage cuts served as a catalyst for the uprising, rapidly gaining momentum as thousands of silk workers flooded the streets, seizing control of factories and constructing barricades. In response to the escalating unrest, the French government swiftly deployed the army, suppressing the rebellion within a week. The intervention resulted in a significant toll, with hundreds of workers' casualties and the arrest of thousands. The Second Lyon Silk Workers' Uprising represented a crucial juncture for the French working class, showcasing their determination to fight for labor rights. Its resonance extended beyond national borders, serving as an inspirational episode for workers' movements worldwide. 1860. The earliest known recording of human speech. On April 9, 1860, Edward Leon Scott de Martinville made the earliest known recording of audible human speech. The recording was made using a device called a phonautograph, which was invented by Scott de Martinville in 1857. The phonautograph was a simple device that used a stylus to trace the vibrations of sound waves onto a sheet of paper coated with soot. The recording made by Scott de Martinville was of a woman singing the French song Au clair de la lune. The recording was not audible at the time it was made because the phonautograph did not record the amplitude of the sound waves, only their frequency. In 1992, however, researchers at the French National Center for Scientific Research were able to reconstruct the recording by using a computer to analyze the frequency of the sound waves. 1864. The Battle of Pleasant Hill. On April 9, 1864, during the American Civil War, the Confederates suffered a defeat in the Battle of Pleasant Hill. The battle was fought near Mansfield, Louisiana, and was part of the Red River Campaign. The Union Army, led by General Nathaniel P. Banks, was attempting to capture the Confederate stronghold at Shreveport, Louisiana. The Confederate Army, led by General Richard Taylor, was determined to stop them. The battle began on April 8th with the Confederates launching a surprise attack on the Union Army. The Confederates were initially successful, and they forced the Union Army to retreat. However, the Union Army regrouped and counterattacked on April 9th. The Union Army was able to retake the field, and the Confederates were forced to retreat. The Battle of Pleasant Hill was a tactical victory for the Union, but it was a strategic victory for the Confederates. The battle forced the Union Army to abandon its plans to capture Shreveport, and it helped to prolong the war. 1865, the surrender of Robert E. Lee. On April 9, 1865, General Robert E. Lee surrendered the Army of Northern Virginia to General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia. This event effectively ended the American Civil War. The surrender of the Army of Northern Virginia was a major blow to the Confederate cause. Lee's army was the largest and best-equipped Confederate army in the field, and its surrender effectively ended all organized Confederate resistance in the East. The surrender also had a significant impact on the morale of the Confederate people. Many Confederates had hoped that Lee would be able to lead them to victory, and his surrender was a crushing blow. The surrender of the Army of Northern Virginia was a turning point in the Civil War, and it marked the beginning of the end for the Civil War, and it paved the way for the reunification of the United States. 1867. The Alaska Purchase. On April 9, 1867, the United States Senate approved the Alaska Purchase, the purchase of the Russian-American territory from Russia for $7.2 million. The purchase was negotiated by Secretary of State William H. Seward and Russian Minister of the United States Edward D. Stoecki. The treaty was signed on March 30, 1867, and was approved by the Senate by a vote of 37-2. The purchase was met with mixed reactions in the United States. Some people believed that it was a waste of money, while others believed that it was a strategic move that would give the United States access to the Pacific Ocean. The Alaska Purchase was a significant impact on the history of the United States. It doubled the size of the country, and it gave the U.S. control over a vast majority with rich natural resources. 1870. Deutsche Bank. On April 9, 1870, a significant chapter in German financial history unfolded as the Deutsche Bank commenced its operations in Berlin. This milestone came after the Prussian state government granted the bank its concession on March 10th. Established as a private institution, the Deutsche Bank played a crucial role in shaping Germany's burgeoning industrial and economic landscape during the 9th century. With it focused on facilitating trade and investment, the bank quickly grew to become a key player in the financial sector. The decision to grant the concession by the Prussian state government underscored the recognition of the Deutsche Bank's potential to contribute to the economic development of the region. As the bank opened its doors for business on April 9, 1870, it marked the beginning of a legacy that would see the Deutsche Bank to evolve into one of the leading financial institutions, not only in Germany but also on the global stage. 1872. Milk powder. On April 9, 1872, Samuel R. Percy was granted a significant U.S. patent for a process revolutionizing the production of milk powder. Percy's innovation marked a transformative moment in the dairy industry, offering a practical solution for the preservation and storage of milk. The patented process allowing for the dehydration of milk to create a powder form, ensuring a longer shelf life and easier transportation. This breakthrough was particularly valuable in an era when refrigeration technology was limited and the preservation of perishable goods presented a significant challenge. Percy's invention not only addressed issues of storage and transportation, but also opened up new possibilities for the use of milk in various industries. Milk powder became a versatile ingredient in food production, contributing to the development of products ranging from baked goods to beverages.